Hi, and welcome to Conquer the Concept. In this geometry lesson, we are going to be talking about special right triangles. There are two types of special right triangles, but we will focus on the 30-60 right 90 right triangle first. A 30-60-90 right triangle has one right angle, one 60-degree angle, and one 30-degree angle. The sides of a 30-60-90 right triangle are in the ratio of 1x to root 3x to 2x. In other words, in the diagram, the side opposite from the 30-degree angle, which is the shortest side, is equal to x. The side opposite from the 60-degree angle, which is the middle side, the middle length side, is equal to root 3x. And the longest side, the hypotenuse, opposite from the 90-degree angle, is equal to 2x. So if we have x, for example, equal to 2, and then the side opposite from the 60-degree angle would be 2 root 3. And the side opposite from the 90-degree angle, the hypotenuse, would be 4. Now, let's move on to the 45-45-90 right triangle. A 45-45-90 right triangle has one right angle and two 45-degree angles. So, since we have two congruent angles, this can be classified as an isosceles right triangle. This means that these two sides are congruent in length. A 45-45-90 right triangle has sides that are in the ratio of 1x to 1x to 2x, root 2x, where these two are the congruent sides. Okay. So this would be x, this would be x, this would be root 2x. So for example, if x was equal to 3, then this side would be 3 because they are both congruent, and this side would be equal to 3 root 2. Now that we have a basic understanding of these concepts, we can try two example problems. Example 1. Bob is standing at the base of a triangular mountain. He has an angle of elevation of 60 degrees, when he looks at the mountain's peak. He knows that the mountain has a vertical height of 173.2 feet. If Bob plans to hike the mountain on its slanted side, what is the distance he will travel to get to the top? So this problem can be assisted by drawing a diagram. It says we have a triangular mountain, so let's draw that. Its height, the vertical height of it is 173.2. So when something has a vertical height, it is perpendicular to its base. So we can just draw a right angle right here. So when Bob who's standing here, looks up to the peak, he has a 60-degree angle of elevation. That means that since 90 plus 60 is 150, the other angle must be 30 degrees. We can use the concept we have learned earlier to solve this problem now. We know the side that is the root 3x is equal to 173.2. So we can solve for x now. Root 3x is equal to 173.2. By dividing by root 3 on both sides, we get 100 because root 3 can just be simplified to 1.732. 173.2 by 1.732 is just 100. So we know that the x is 100. However, we are asked to find the length of the hypotenuse because this is the slanted height that Bob will hike up the mountain. Since the sides are in the ratio of x root 3x to 2x, the hypotenuse will be double the length of the shortest side in a 30-60-90 right triangle. So 100 times 2 is equal to 200 feet. Bob will hike 200 feet to the top of the mountain. Let's try the second problem. Brandy cuts a square-shaped paper into two parts along one of its diagonals. If the length of the diagonal is 14.14 inches long, what is the area of the original piece of paper? Okay. So we can solve this by drawing a diagram again. We can draw a square-shaped piece of paper with a diagonal length of 14.14. 14.14. So remember, the sides of a 45, 45, 90 right triangle are in the ratio of x to root 2x. We are given the length of the hypotenuse, which is the root 2x. We can divide this value by root 2 to find the value of x, which is one of these sides. 14.14 by root 2, where root 2 is just 1.14, is just 10. So this side is 10 inches and this side is 10 inches. We all know that to find an area of a square, we just square the length of one of its sides. The side length of this square is 10. So we can find the area by doing 10 squared is equal to 100 inches squared. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe to conquer the concept.